The relatives and friends of the victims gathered at Notre Dame to remember the 228 who had been aboard the Air France flight. Some families said it was too soon to pay homage. The grief was still too raw and stayed away. Whatever comfort a religious service might provide, the many questions still hanging over this crash make coming to terms with it for family and friends of the victims very difficult, and few answers have been provided so far. The searchers gathered over the spot in the mid-Atlantic Ocean where a 15-mile fuel slick was among the evidence of where the plane went down. Debris, the searchers say, is spread over as much as 30 miles of ocean, spread by the currents or perhaps by the plane breaking up before impact. An authoritative Brazilian newspaper quotes local Air Force officials saying the Air France plane had sent out emergency messages indicating its flight control systems had deteriorated rapidly. Its airspeed, altitude, and direction controls were gone, and that its main flight computer had failed. The secret of what exactly happened is now likely lying in the plane's flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorders on the bottom of the Atlantic, and depths in the area reach down to almost 3 miles. The recorders send out signals called pings to which the searchers can home in, but that pinging goes on for only about a month. The French are sending a vessel called the Pourquoi Pas, the Why Not, with 2 submersibles on board that can dive to depths where the data recorders are lying. It's a race against time.
I'm not so optimistic. It's not only deep, it's also very mountainous.
Black boxes have been retrieved from beneath the sea before, but this search will be at the outer range of current technology. There are other means of analyzing what happened. A former Air Force meteorologist familiar with the area has plotted the Air France plane's flight path against satellite weather data at the time. He says the plane flew straight through some extremely violent storms and for a long time.
They went through 3 main thunderstorm clusters. The worst one was the last one, and that covered probably about 70 miles along the flight track.
The search for the black boxes can't begin until the ships get to the area, and rough weather, the same sort of rough weather suspected of contributing to this crash, is slowing those ships down. Katie?
Mark Phillips in Paris tonight. Thanks very much.